There has been some political reform in the last 20 years, delivering a degree of liberalization. But basic rights, freedom of speech, the chance to choose the leaders, these are denied to 1.3 billion Chinese. Power still rests in the hands of just 9 men who make up the Politburo. They enforce their authority by having ordinary citizens carefully watched and checked. Despite the opening up to the West, despite many new freedoms, this remains a tightly controlled society, at times a police state.
To
the authorities, 71-year-old Jiang Xianling is a dangerous dissident. She had policemen outside her door throughout the Olympics and was warned not to speak to journalists. She helped found the Tiananmen Mothers, a support group for families of those who were killed in the massacre, and she's been under frequent surveillance ever since.
This is my son. This photo was taken on his 18th birthday. This is how he looked a year before he died. He was very happy that day. His name is Wang Nan. He didn't tell me he was going out. He lived in another building. His neighbor told me that when he left, he was dressed in army uniform.
It took Xianling several months to piece together what happened to her son. A keen photographer, Wang Nan had left to take pictures in the square. According to the neighbor, he'd put on an old jacket from his days as an army cadet, thinking it would protect him. At 1 in the morning, 3 medical students found the teenager lying injured in a street just behind Tiananmen Square. He'd been shot in the head.
They bandaged him and gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but without a blood transfusion, he couldn't be saved. After 2 hours, Wang Nan passed away.
While Wang Nan was alive, soldiers refused to allow him to be taken to hospital. The medical students were told to leave him lying in the street.
At dawn, my son and 2 others were buried by the gate of number 28 Middle School, which is right by Tiananmen Square. There's a lawn by the gate. The 3 of them were buried together in the same hole.
Several days later, the police dug up the bodies. People had been complaining about the smell. The only reason Wang Nan's body was sent to the morgue was because of his army jacket. The police mistook him for a soldier. The other bodies were never found, presumed burned.
This photo was given to one of our relatives by the doctor. It was taken where my son was dug out. I keep it as proof. I don't want to see it, but you can look at it and film it if you like. Such a good boy. So now I just want to ask the government, why did you kill him? What crime did he commit? You must explain. If he's innocent, then you should apologize and compensate us. It's just as well my son was in military uniform so I could find him. It was fate to show people this crime. Otherwise, there would be no evidence that bodies really were buried around Tiananmen Square.
For nearly 20 years, Xianling's family and others have asked the authorities for an official explanation of what happened to their sons and daughters. For even asking the question, they're harassed and persecuted. The party treats them as dissidents and describes their children as counter-revolutionaries who started a riot. The system which ordered the killing has not changed. Country has. It's glitzy, it's shiny, it's economically on its way. There's a middle class, there are Mercedes and there are Maserati and Ferrari showrooms in Beijing where previously there were bicycles. But the system's still in place. The system which ordered an army to kill its people. Wu Kai-shi was smuggled out of China and is now in exile in Taiwan. He is banned from re-entering China. Wang Dan was repeatedly imprisoned and interrogated until 1998. He is banned from re-entering China. Han Dongfan is banned from entering mainland China. Dai Xing resigned from the Communist Party in June 1989. She served a 10-month jail sentence for crimes against the state. Every day for the past week, Xi Jiryong has been under surveillance. He continues to fight for compensation. Last week, Zhan Qianling was placed under surveillance again. She is still being watched by police. Chung Yong-fei was visited by the police minutes after we left him. He refused to answer their questions and continues to demand recognition for the Tiananmen victims.